Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. This is my Scraplift Crafternoon layout, and I will have the info below for the creator we are lifting, as well as the links for all the people participating. I have counterfeit kit on that picture, but I didn't use my counterfeit kit, so I don't know why I did that. And I can't fix it at this point without going through a bunch of stuff, so I goofed. So here's who we're lifting, Scrappy Gal 13. I love this layout. First of all, I love the colors, which I did not use on this one. I may redo it again and use the colors and do it a little bit more literally. But I am using these gorgeous papers that my sister gave me from a kit that she bought. And I decided it would be appropriate to tell a story involving my sister. So if you know my sister and me, you know that she is extremely talented in the arts, fiber arts, watercolor, etc. I do math. So we're very different, but we're alike in some ways too. So she gave me this gorgeous paper, and she knit the sweater years ago that these three little girls are wearing in these photos. She hand spun the yarn, dyed it herself, and then made this beautiful soft pink sweater for my daughter Emily. And my sister raised three boys. So when Emily came along, she was excited to get to do girly things with her. And so she loved making this soft pink sweater, and Emily wore it for several years because it just kind of grew with her. And then this summer, I pulled it out because we had two different times that little girls were visiting our house, and it was kind of chilly on Sunday morning, and I pulled it out and they wore it with their Sunday dresses. And so I decided this was a perfect chance. I love creating then and now layouts, and this is kind of one of those. So here's what I'm doing. I had already torn this paper for some reason. Maybe I had a plan at one point, but I no longer know what that plan was. So I decided to extend this. I think it was an 8x8 piece of paper. Might be 6x6, I don't know. But I decided to extend it so it goes closer to the whole way across my page. At first I was going to create the page on that ivory colored cardstock there, and I ended up using a textured tan cardstock instead that's laying behind it at the moment. I'm inking all the edges of almost everything on here with frayed burlap. I am at a crop. My lighting is not great, even though I did bring an OttLight. There's some glare from an overhead light that I just cannot avoid. There's shadow, and I'm sorry. But I didn't want to scrap all weekend and not create any videos, so I decided I'm just going to make it work and do the best I can. Now I wish I had put that small photo up on the left instead of down. I'm just pointing out that how faded the picture is on the far left, and that picture was from 1999. And even though it's a real photo and it just is very, very faded, the color in the picture on the far right is the closest to the actual color of the sweater. So now I'm punching out some little embellishment things here. I did a heart, a little sign that says timeless, because this sweater is timeless. It has spanned, I don't know, 25, 30 years? No, 26 years since it was made. And little girls are still snuggling up in it to get warm. And I have a little envelope there, a tag that I'm going to use. I think I thought I would use two, but I didn't. And I have this circle that I had cut out. I did rough up the edges a little bit since I cut it by hand. That way the imperfections don't matter. That circle is going to go on the top right corner. And I have this heart. I didn't bring any dimensionals to the crop with me, So what I did was I just took some scrap cardstock and put it behind this so that it has a little bit of dimension. And here's where I end up putting these. And the journaling there, I just wrote about exactly what I told you, and I added some dates and names for the little girls. And I decided to put one tag here beneath the journaling. At first I thought I might use two, but I ended up only using one, the one with the rose. And I have... Oh, I didn't glue that down yet. I thought I had. So then I have another circle with a clock and some flowers that I fussy cut. You'll see that I wasn't sure what to do with those, but you'll see in the still shots at the end where those end up. And the only other thing I do is I still felt like something was missing, so I went back to that sheet of punch out embellishments, and I punched out some leaves and I inked the edges, and I tucked some in the top right and some more in the bottom left. So now I have added the cardstock behind that heart to bump it up. And what else am I? Oh, here's where I decided I needed something else. The leaves were kind of hard to punch out, but I inked the edges up so that the imperfections don't really matter. And then I thought I was going to do a little bit of doodling for scrap timber. And I don't know if it's in the video or not. When there's a lot going on around me and talking and I'm trying to answer people, I sometimes forget whether my camera is on or off, and I turn it on when I meant to turn it off and vice versa. So anyway, I did do a little bit of doodling and decided I did not like my doodling, so then I had to hide it, which turned out fine. It's a nice little spot to add a little flower. And as Emily, who is 5 years old in that, or no, let's see, 6 years old in the picture on the left, as she used to say, there are no mistakes, only embellishment opportunities. So here's where the flower's going to go, or the leaves, and you can see those now. And I tucked in a flower. There are still shots coming up. Again, please check the description box below so that you can visit the people who are scraplifting Scrappy Gal 13 today, and visit her on Instagram as well and get some inspiration. Thanks for joining me. I'm really grateful that you're here, and I hope that you get to scrapbook something very soon. Bye-bye.